We know what the carbon tax is likely to cost us, but will the estimated $863 annual bill actually see temperatures fall anytime soon? Our planet is getting warmer, but how much of that is down to us?
The best science is telling us that it's 90% plus certain that it's the human burning of fossil fuels and human activities that are causing the warming.
Man might be contributing a bit. I don't dispute that. How much is one question, whether it's bad is another, and whether it's worth trying to do something about it is the very important third.
So let's start with what we're responsible for. There's almost 30% more carbon dioxide, or CO2, in the Earth's atmosphere since the Industrial Revolution began a couple of centuries ago.
We know that the increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has come from human activities, largely because the composition of that carbon tells us where it came from. We know it came from burning fossil fuels or from changes in how we use the land.
Now, half of our CO2 emissions are absorbed by our land and our oceans, leaving our atmosphere to deal with the other half.
The real question is really how significant is that carbon dioxide?
Stuart Franks is a hydroclimatologist at the University of Newcastle. He believes climate scientists are too narrowly focused on our CO2 emissions.
The natural greenhouse effect is actually dominated by water vapour. Water in the atmosphere is a greenhouse gas, natural greenhouse gas, as carbon dioxide is. But carbon dioxide is a very minor component of the greenhouse effect, and I think it is exaggerated, and that's not explained, I think, to the public at large.
We don't know everything about the role of water vapor. What we do know, though, is that to explain past climate changes, whether over the last century or going back thousands or millions of years, we cannot explain those changes without carbon dioxide and its contribution to the greenhouse effect.
Australia emits more carbon dioxide per person than almost any other country. The government is committed to cutting emissions by 5% within the next decade.
For all the pain that we're supposed to do, the taxes, the lost jobs, by how much will the world's temperatures fall?
And that answer could take a while. Just ask the country's chief climate commissioner.
It's taken 2 centuries to warm the Earth to its present degree above the pre-industrial level. It's going to take anything up to 1,000 years for the system to cool back down to the pre-industrial level.
So what will a 5% reduction in emissions actually achieve?
That will have absolutely no impact on Australian climate and no impact on global climate. It will not stop floods, it will not stop droughts, it will not stop cyclones, it will not stop any of the natural disasters that regularly occur in Australia. And as I say, nor will it do anything for global temperatures.
It's true that temperatures will be as warm as they are now or warmer for a long time to come. That's no reason not to act. If we don't act, temperatures will be much warmer than they are now. It's a very difficult job to cool down the planet once we've changed it in the way we're changing it now.
I don't know about you. I'm kind of surprised that we're still having that conversation about, you know, whether this is human-induced global warming. And you would think from that sort of reporting that the evidence was equally divided, and it's not.
What were you saying today? It's 70...
Oh, it's over 90. Over 90% of the world's scientists agree that it is, with an incredible degree of probability. Before they will say absolutely, they want 100%. And it's not quite 100%.
What surprised me, that Australians, we emit more carbon per capita than most other countries. And you look at some of the countries around the world where the cities covered in smog, to think that we're
doing okay.
Up there above them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that countries like China will start to overtake us. But at the moment, we've been wearing that crown for quite some time.
Yeah, well, there is protests going on. People are happy about the carbon tax, but some of the protesters who are on the climate's side are confusing me. This woman in particular.
Grow a brain? No. Open your eyes and pay attention and listen to the facts, because it's actually no joke.
Well, why are you wearing that stuff then? It's no joke.
Some final news before we go on. There's been a surprising change of